What if you could build your own LEGO Trains theme? Well, back in 2001 LEGO did just that, a theme dedicated to all kinds of rail equipment. However, just a few years later, the theme was cancelled. So what happened? Why did such a fan favorite theme fail to gain attention? And could we see a return of this beloved theme someday? To understand the rise and fall of my own train, we need to go back in time to understand the history of LEGO Trains. Trains have been a part of LEGO's history long before the iconic bricks came to be. Over the years, trains would change. First, we had the blue track era. It's important to note that originally these trains were targeted at kids, as back in the day LEGO's adult market was targeting architects, urban planners, designers, and generally the novelty of having brick-built real-life items. Trains were seen as the crown jewel of a LEGO city, alongside vehicles, hospitals, and houses. In the 80s, we would see the advent of the grey tracks. We would also see some of the most fantastic LEGO train sets ever made, like this red train and this yellow train. We also saw some fantastic locomotives that had these different stickers so you could change the brand of them. 1991 saw again a major overhaul in the train line. With the ongoing transition to a new generation, we saw the introduction of the 9-volt system. The 9-volt system was a significant development in the world of LEGO trains. Instead of using a third rail system, it used powered rails akin to an LGB track. This system would be a revolution. Its legacy can still be felt to this day. I mean, just look at the track geometry of LEGO's current track system. Looks familiar, right? But things didn't stop there. We would get even more trains. The Metroliner is perhaps the most beloved LEGO train ever, or at least it's in the top 10. Its sleek grey design is obviously inspired by Amtrak, as its name implies. The Metroliner also featured a coach that would be sold separately, the Club Car, allowing you to expand your train. Beyond that, we would also get a train station in yellow and red. With the dawn of a new millennium, the world was changing. More and more people had access to the World Wide Web. Computers became part of our daily lives. LEGO saw an opportunity to combine the power of LEGO trains with the power of cyberspace. In 2001, LEGO introduced a brand new theme: My Own Train. These are probably one of the best LEGO train sets ever made, or at least it's in the top 5. The builds were bigger and more detailed, but beyond that, My Own Train did something incredible, letting you pick the color of your train. Yes, take for instance the various locomotives. You could buy a separate pack of colors to give your model more personality. This also goes for the passenger coach. And isn't that beautiful? My Own Train was special, but what was the actual lineup of My Own Train? Well, we had this American-inspired caboose in a red color scheme, making the model stand out. We also had an open freight wagon, perfect for perhaps transporting logs. A tanker and an open hopper perfect for transporting cargo. We also had the previously mentioned passenger car. But the highlights are still the locomotives. You had a small and a large locomotive, but you also had the ability to add a tender and even to change the color of the model, making collect multiple sets easier and more fun. Similar to the real-life model, My Own Train would include starter sets. Some included a locomotive, passenger or cargo cars. The Express Deluxe featured both cargo and passengers for some reason, but hey, great value, at least when it came out. Now it's super expensive. Then we would see the introduction of real-life trains, the BNSF and the Santa Fe. Although not officially part of the theme, they featured some very similar concepts to My Own Train, as you will see soon. The BNSF was a standalone locomotive. There were also double stack cars to complement said locomotive. Then we had the Santa Fe. The Santa Fe was, and it still is, a collector's dream. First you had the A unit, the main locomotive, a classic diesel engine, recreating perfectly the streamlined design of the Santa Fe. Then we had the coaches. You had 2 sets, but the model gave you alternative builds, meaning collectors often purchased more than one. So why was My Own Train so great? Customization and diversity. You could build the train of your dreams or create a pretty big diverse collection by purchasing the same set in different colors, creating a massive rail yard. If you weren't into that, there were also starter sets perfect for building your first train. So what made My Own Train so beloved? At its heart, it was the freedom to create, the ability to customize colors, mix and match components, and design personalized layouts offered a level of creativity that few LEGO themes could rival, or even Mega Bloks themes, etc. Fans could replicate real-life railroads, build functional trains, or expand their layouts with rolling stock to suit their tastes. Yet, said fantastic theme, well, it only lasted 3 years. Why did My Own Train fail? Well, My Own Train successes was also its failure. customization being a nightmare to manage. The customization nature of my own train made it difficult to manage inventory and market effectively. Instead of offering a cohesive set, LEGO put the onus on customers to piece together trains from various individual components like colors and tenders. While train fans might appreciate this, to a general user this might be complicated. This approach alienated casual buyers who sought convenience over complexity. At a time when internet shopping was still emerging, offer sets primarily online severely limited their reach. The lack of availability in physical toy shops meant the sets were not visible to a wider audience. Without regular shop exposure, even train enthusiasts may not have known that said sets existed. Unlike modular buildings or city sets, trains didn't have the same annual refresh cycle. This reduced customer interest and retained confidence in stocking them. Some sets were online exclusive. For the early 2000s, this meant the product wasn't well advertised. When My Own Train was discontinued in 2004, it marked the end of an era. LEGO also phased out the 90V system, replacing it with less versatile battery-powered tracks, frustrating longtime fans. Over the years, LEGO continues making trains, albeit in a reduced manner. We would get a remote control battery system, but LEGO sometimes makes trains, as we saw with the Crocodile locomotive and the Orient Express for instance. These trains are pure exclusive to the adult market, because only adults have this much money. So here we are, a world without a trains theme. But what if LEGO tried this again? Could a dedicated trains theme succeed in 2025? Absolutely, but only if done right. Here's how LEGO could revitalize trains for a modern audience. LEGO trains shouldn't cater only to AFOs or niche hobbyists, but must appeal to families, kids, and casual LEGO fans. The key to long-term success is creating a cohesive system of sets that work together. Core products often include locomotives, the rolling stock, and star sets. Expansion packs provide accessory packs with additional tracks, cars, or even scenery, like stations, signal towers, or cargo yards. LEGO trains are more than just toys, they are a cultural phenomenon, and that has left an incredible mark on fans worldwide. For decades, these sets have captivated audience by blending engineering, design, and creativity. When you think about LEGO trains, it's impossible to not mention their design and their role in connecting play with education. But LEGO trains aren't just for kids. Over time, they became a gateway for adults to revisit their love for LEGO. The legacy of My Own Train lives on, specifically with how expensive these sets can be on the aftermarket. However, if you want to see how I made the LEGO Santa Fe cheaper, well, I have just the thing for you. Click this video on the screen right now.